Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Helena and I'm from Gink Design, and you're live on the Aussie Decor transfer page. Tonight I'm going to be working with a luxe decoupage paper called Cherry Blossom, and it's lovely. It is one of the luxe decoupage papers, and it is very pretty and very girly and just beautiful to add to your furniture. So all this is all white, and all this top part is white, which means you can either take it off or you can extend the pattern or blend it in when it's on your furniture. So this one, Cherry Blossom, is 57 centimeters by 57 centimeters. I think that's our large for that, and then there would be a medium. I'm not sure if there's a small as well, but we'll have a look. It's very, very pretty, very nice. And what I am going to do tonight is something very different. It is a cajon. So if does anyone know what a cajon is? Has anyone played one? It's a cajon, which is French, and it's a box drum. So you sit on it and you put your hands down in front of it and you play. It's a drum and it's in the percussion. I don't know if any of you's never seen this. Inside the cajon is like guitar strings. So they're tuned, they're proper, I'm not making this up. They are a proper musical instrument. And this one is mine. And it's just very nice. I cannot paint or put anything on this side because this is tuned. The strings are behind it, and even though it just looks like a piece of plywood all screwed together, it is an actual instrument. So you cannot put anything on this bit, but you can do the sides and you can do the top. And because this is a girl's cajon, I think it should be pretty when it's pulled out in the session. So if you know Irish music, when you go to the pubs around Ireland, there's always music sessions where people just lift their instruments and play. There are planned ones, but most of the time it's just you're in a pub and someone touches his bow, and then someone joins in with their whistle, and then someone will join in with their guitar, and then someone will, hi Emma, thanks for being here, and then someone will join in with their drum. And this is my drum, or my cajon, which is the right word. I'm not making this up. So I'm going to have to move these back a bit when I get going. I'm going to do Cherry Blossom on the side, and if I have enough, I'll do both sides. But I think it'll just be really, really nice. I also have our Chain of Hearts stencil ready. If I have any negative space, I will be adding some stencil to it. But this is just a really... Hi, Kath. Thanks for joining. This is just a really cool instrument to play, this drum. So when I was little, I had a round drum with goat skin over it. It's called a boron. It's an Irish drum. And then one day I was in Donegal. I was in a pub and there was a man called Weg Tibbs, and Weg he's now on my friends list. Weg is a one-man percussion band. So he was sitting on this. He also had so he's sitting on this playing the drum, and then he had a hi-hat, a cymbal hi-hat. He had a tambourine, I think, on his knee, or attached to his knees, maybe it was the tambourine, or was it on his foot? But so you went into this pub and you thought there was a whole orchestra, and it was just this one man with his cajon. And hi Gil, thanks for joining. And I asked him what it was called. I'd never seen it before, and where could I get one? And I've had one ever since. So we're going to make it pretty. The cons are just wooden. They're just all wood. There's no you can't buy them with nice designs on them. So I'm going to try move this back a bit. And see if it's not too close. Yeah, so I'm going to have to move you back a little bit. And that's okay. That's okay. I just want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Woo! All right. So to cut, right, to cut the luxe decoupage paper, you can either use scissors, use a knife. You can decoupage it on and then cut afterwards, or you can use a paintbrush. So this is just water and a paintbrush, and I'm just going to run it down the decoupage paper where I want to cut it. So yeah, you're just going to cut this paper with water, which is pretty cool. So you can see where the water was, and you can see how easy that tears away. And then it leaves you with a little feathered edge. So if you want to paint it into your piece, you can. So I think this is going to be a really cool project. And if anyone here has ever played a cajon, just let me know. I would be fascinated to know where you got your cajon, how long you've been playing it, where you heard about it, because they're not an instrument that many choose, but just on instruments. So you can paint and decoupage and add like Ouija bend or molds to any instrument. But if you do it to a guitar, it changes the tune, it puts it out of tune. So I would not recommend doing it to a guitar that you're going to want to use. If you want to do it to a violin, that's fine. I don't think it affects the violin at all if it is decoupage, but I do know that it does affect a guitar. So what I'm going to do, I don't know where my Mr. bottle is. My Mr. bottle. Right, so the tools you need to decoupage are your Mr. bottle, your blue tool, and your top coat are your glue. I like to use polyvine satin. So what we do with these, and I'm just going to make sure, yeah, I'm going to cut another piece off the bottom and try to get all that lovely, blossom up the side of the cajon and over the top. And I have our stencil, Queen of Hearts stencil ready. And to fill in a negative space. Ooh, so there you go. That's how easy it is to work with these lovely papers. So I am just bringing it over here. Bring it round. Right. So what I'll start to do is add some of the top coat on the piece. I'm going around the corner. Same time. And when this is all painted in, it will just look like a lovely pink garden bloom. I'm going to spray our decoupage paper with our fine mist sprayer, and I'm just going to, I want this to be sort of tight along here. And then with your blue tool, just work out any air bubbles. Okay, another little bit of adhesive up top and a little bit of spray. And just with the blue tool, work out any creases or any air bubbles. So I have that in place. It's a little bit crooked. Woo. And you have a few minutes to work with these before they start to adhere, if you know what I mean, before they start to go to mush, which is really good when you need a little minute to straighten it up. Right, so that's that side straight. So now that it's straight, I'm going to come in with the paintbrush and take it down the side because I'm going to use the other bit on the other side. So I'm just going to run the wet brush down the side of this. And remove that. If you're cutting decoupage paper, I would advise to wait until it's dry if you're using scissors. So I'm just going to pull this apart where I have wet it, and I will use this on the other side. So then we'll go back in. I'm going to check comments in a minute. Hi Amber. Hi Cheryl. Hi Wendy. So we go back in. Just a little bit more of your adhesive. Spray the back of your paper. And then with your glue tool, just smooth it down. So you can see, hopefully on camera, how smooth that is. So it's very pretty. It's going to be a very pretty drum in the bar. There's not going to be many with cajons. Oops. That are Aussie Decor cajons. We just work our way down little sections. Spraying the back of the paper helps with the adhesion to your piece. It helps with the suction. Sorry. Got a little air bubble up top. I'm just going to work it out now that I've seen it. And the last wee bit down here. Whoop. And there is adhesive going everywhere. So I painted this with a neutral paint because I wanted to see all the detail on this lovely paper. If you put a dark paint underneath, you will darken the image and it won't be as clear as this. So that is one side of the cajon done. So there's the front of it. And then you turn around to the side. Isn't that very pretty? This is our cherry blossom. I'm just going to check for the... Alright, so now the cherry blossom is scrolling along the bottom with its measurements. Okay, everybody. Well, Kath is saying that she suspects when I bring it into the session that more people will want their cajons decorated. I think you're probably right. You can't have anything. You can't have anything, Kath. They're all looking at it. There's a saying about that, but I think there's a rude word in it. So I can't say. So this is a cajon. So I'm just full of useful information about my hobbies and interests. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on this side. Whoop. And then get the bit that we cut off. And so that's going to fit nicely. Oh, that's going to fit nicely. I'm just going to make sure that it is straight before I put it on. I think that's quite, and as I want it to be all on the base. And then you can blend this in, you can paint it in. Once it's dry, I like to put it on. So I like to put it on now with my top coat. And then at the end, I like to seal with the top coat straight away. So it's in a sandwich. I give it a sandwich of top coat. So then when it's dry and I come in with my paint, I know that the water in my paint will not lift my decoupage paper. I will not make, put wrinkles in it or anything like that because it's already sealed. And then it's also, if you do it while you're, I think if you do it while you do it and you know it's done, then there's no accidents. Sometimes you leave things for a week, you can't remember if you've sealed it, if you haven't. And then just, just keep going. I think maybe the drum was a little bit too big for this space, but we'll just keep going with our adhesive. And we'll do a bit at a time. Smooth it down with the blue tool. And, oh, thank you. Sure says looking good. So we'll just do a little bit at a time. So I have an announcement to make today for anyone who follows me or follows ADT. The announcement is that I am leaving as brand ambassador and stepping down. I only have a couple more lives to do for Aussie, and then I am moving on to a new project or a new venture, which is very sad because I have loved my time here. It's been 10 months. Would you believe it? 10 months. So 10 months, that is 4 lives a month. So it's 40 lives I've done for Aussie. And it has been a fantastic experience. And I'm going to miss them all. They have been a great support. It's just been great. It has been a great experience. I've never been a brand ambassador before, so I thank Deb for trusting me with her company to represent it, and for all the support and help that I've had over the last 10 months, especially Siobhan. Siobhan does so much work behind the scenes that people don't see. So yes, that was my big announcement, Amber, is that I am stepping down from Aussie. So that's right. I've just been working away. So that is one side. That's the front that I can't touch, and then that's the other side. So the top, I have brought the cherry blossom over on both sides, and then I'm going to paint it in. And then I will use the stencil, this lovely stencil, to merge the two pieces on top. I'm going to miss everyone as well, Amber, but I am not going far. So what I'm doing is I'm opening an upcycling centre to train young adults with autism between the ages of 18 and 26. We are called Spectrum Furniture. The mandate or the constitution has been written. The premises, I think, have been found, and in January, so that's January is only like 6 weeks away. So in January, it's going to launch, I hope, because it is only 6 weeks away. Everything feels like far away, and it's not far away. Sorry, I've got so much. So yeah, so it's for 16 to 26-year-olds or 18 to 26-year-olds that are out of education and are out of employment, and they can learn how to decoupage and how to paint and how to restore furniture, and it will give them something to do with their time. And yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So I have a voluntary committee of lovely people who are willing to give up their time to sit on a committee and help make the big decisions. So they are in place. I'm going to be inviting some of the big wigs of the industry to join that committee, and hopefully they will. And I'm hoping that it's going to be a community based centre for all those young people that really struggle to find employment. They really do struggle to find employment. And hopefully this will give them some more to call their own and new skills. And we all of us who upcycle furniture, we all love it. And hopefully they will love it. I can't wait to see what they, oh, come the paint off that. Can't wait to see what they create as well. Hi, Sue Parsons. So yeah, so that's my big announcement. You're only going to have to look at my face for another little while, for another couple of weeks, and then I'm going to try it. And you know what to say? If you don't try these things, then you don't know. So I do know that there's nothing for them. There's nothing for that age group in my community. Nothing productive like that. So, oh, there's Sue's finally caught alive. So I'm just working with cherry blossom decoupage paper. It's on both sides of my cajon. So has anyone ever played a cajon or seen a cajon? So this is my cajon. And I'm going to just very quickly do a wee bit of stenciling with the chain of hearts on top of this. I really needed more space. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let down like this and do a wee bit of stenciling. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use enamel spray paint because I want the stencil to fade. Now I need to make sure it's flat. So it's not flat. I need to make sure I have it so that the spray paint does not go everywhere. Okay. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Maybe I have to push this table towards you. Woo. So Amber says, I'm going to miss you. Big blessings for everyone I feel. Oh, thank you, Amber. I know it's bittersweet. I'm excited, but at the same time, it's sad, isn't it? It's sad to leave, but I'm excited because I think it's going to be really good. I think Spectrum is going to be really good. And I'm hoping we're going to have lots of lives. All right, so I'm going in. Woohoo! I set that down. And you can see the stencil? See where it's fading out? So if you're going to use spray paints, make sure you have good ventilation, and make sure the spray paints are for furniture. These artisan ones are for furniture. They're for wood, metal and steel. So just make sure if you're going to start using spray paints and being a bit Banksy and a bit graffiti. So there is our lovely cherry blossom and our drum and our cherry blossom, and then I'm going to layer up. So I'm going to layer up these stencils. I have to let that dry fully, and then I'll layer it up and layer it up. And when I'm finished, I will post photos in the Creative Club and on the main page. But I really do like this. I really do like the decoupage paper for the drums. And remember, if you're doing guitars, do broken guitars, because if you decoupage and add molds, it changes the tone of the guitar. It's not good. And this is all coming from experience. If anyone says to you, can you do my guitar? Say no, I cannot, because you don't want to end up having to buy them a new guitar. So what else have I got to say? What else? I'm trying to think what else there was. Yes, have a look at the website. The link is above. There is a bargain basement. There is a brand new transfer tool. It's a black transfer tool for rubbing your transfers on. It is branded and it has it has a thick edge at one end. That's the same as the wooden tool. And then at the other end, it has that curved bit, which is the same as the yellow tool. So we have a brand new tool for rubbing on the transfers. We have the bargain basement. We still have our True Blue Christmas transfers, but if you need to get in quickly and get them so that you can get your projects done before Christmas, because I hate to be the bearer of bad news now, but it is how many weeks? 3 and a bit weeks to Christmas. So if you're looking to do all those wee Christmas, all those Christmas gifts or Christmas crafts, you need to get in quick. Oh, this is proven to be a bit more difficult than I imagined. So get in quick and get your transfers before they sell out. And our decoupage papers, the Christmas ones, are still there, and they are beautiful. Saint Nick and the Elf, Duck Duck Goose, Hoot, Christmas Hoot, and what was the other one? I'm going to give you a prize for guessing. No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to give a prize for guessing. No, I can't remember the fourth one. Oh, have a golden Christmas. So yeah. So the four decoupage papers are still available to buy on the website. And if there is not any questions about the cajon, not the cajon, any questions? No. Okay. If that's it all, I am going to leave it there. I should have played these out. Should have drummed these out. I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you next Sunday, where I have no clue what I'm doing again, always. And take care, everyone, and have a good week. I had the week from hell, but we won't even go into that. Have a good week, and I hope next week is easier on us all. Bye, everyone. Take care of yourselves.